Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
One of the things I've learned, ladies and gentlemen, hi. One of the things I've
That was some chilling
kind of
camera
scared
work.
myself there for a second. One of the things I've learned
Norman?
in the show
Yes.
this week is that limericks are not difficult, for me at least, and I think for most people, but limericks are time-consuming.
In what way?
There he is putting his hands together already.
Well, it's great for you that
let me
limericks are
explain-
not hard for you.
Let me explain a
It
character.
was fun to see other
we have.
people attempt them.
Yeah.
That's
on
good.
Facebook.
Josh,
And
I want to alert you to a fact. Today, we are going to get a wonderful person named Vacation Rob,
Yeah, it's
who
okay.
has never, ever been able to contain his excitement when he is doing what he likes to do most, which is nothing.
Oh,
so he's
Mike-
leaving for a week, and he's very excited.
I've
So
already planned out how to handle Vacation Rob and how to let him get his most Robist out.
Good. Well, here's the thing. This is Well, I've got an idea too. So you share yours.
Well,
first.
we've got a extra plan tomorrow that I think will take care of the last of his energy before vacation.
Okay, all right. And on the bonus show tomorrow, we are going to. It's a very special bonus show. Very special.
Is it entirely different?
It's entirely different. It's called Rob's Unfinished Business. As you know, I get to flap my gums, religiously every day, whatever's on my mind, and I am fully aware that there is a mob out there. If you look at the social media, specifically,
Rob.
and I take precedence. If you look at the social media, on average, I believe Rob has, on the TikTok format that we use, Rob's got more views than I do. So I am very aware of his
Well,
mob.
it's because
out
people
there.
worry when they see me. They say, "Is he of
No,
ill health?"
I think
We
it's
need to
because of
watch
your
this.
incredible magnetism
Oh, stop it!
that you have. And so on the bonus show this week, tomorrow's show will be Rob's Unfinished Business. I will have zero knowledge of what he will be bringing, and there are no rules that will be put on him. I think you and I, Josh, will be able to certainly react and comment on what's being offered.
I
but-
look forward to the direction that the conversation will go.
Okay.
I hope for anger.
There might be some.
I hope some.
I'd love that.
excitement.
It's not his normal presentation, but I certainly would welcome that.
Well, you would say to a juror, you would say under oath, you would say that I am the darkest person on the show.
As far as the mind and what
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
through your mind, I think there's a little of that in all of us. But
But-
getting back to the limericks and Rob's vacation, Rob, he's going away for a week, and all the stuff I say about Rob, I like having him here, and I will miss
Thank
him.
you.
And I do. I like having you here. I do.
I like being here.
I am very comfortable with this, or we wouldn't have been together for as long as we have if there wasn't a comfort zone on both our parts. So I
34
think
years.
that's cool. So getting back to the limericks thing, two things: fairly easy, but at the same time, time consuming to just find kind of the right stuff. It's not rocket science, but
No,
it is.
Do you think
But it
the
is time
hardest
consuming.
part? The hardest part for me, and I saw so many violations of this yesterday, the meter. It has to
Yes.
be perfectly bump, a bump, a bump, a bump, a
Not
bump, and people
Flawless,
don't do
but
that.
definitely there is a rhythm to it that you have to have. And I am someone who likes that, and that's it's just it's a word or two that has to be in the right place, and otherwise the whole thing doesn't work.
It's
so
the
yes.
third and fourth line that I saw messing everyone up on
Yeah,
Facebook.
Two,
so
three,
like
four,
to break
five.
it down, that the
It's a
limerick.
It's a 5-line.
Yeah, and it's an AABBA construction. If you wanted to talk poetry.
That's
I
it.
think that the BB, the lines 3 and
Yes.
4, are best played short. If you try to make them too long, it delays getting to the punch.
Yeah,
so
but
you can
I mean,
do like a
it's
setup
really,
and a
it's
supporter.
Almost, it's lines 3 and 4 that have to be short.
Yeah,
It's the rhythm of the.
and I
thing.
didn't see a lot of that yesterday. So
Oh, people did send them.
I saw a few sprinkled around, and I must say to all of the Americans out there, get your head out of your ass. You're not doing
Can't
well.
believe you used that expression.
Why?
That'll come up. It'll come up later in the show.
Seriously? God, we're alike.
Should give you a little. Well, no, you wouldn't have done what I did. Not proud. Not proud.
Well, but we're
I'm
just
older,
alike
and
sometimes.
I use it's privilege of age. I'll be using that line a lot in the future.
Yeah.
Privilege of age.
Mhm.
That's it.
And
Yes,
I
Josh.
saw some AI ones that were equally bland. That's no
Okay.
good.
I'm not relying on them because I've done it again.
Good.
Okay, how many
Good.
do you have for us today?
Hold on, I got 4. I think.
That's good. That's
what were you
good.
going to say, Josh?
Well, I was going to tease this TMOS Extra that's going to come out either this weekend or next week
Yes,
because it is so Rob.
it is.
And I want you to guess what the topic is for this extra.
Paul McCartney.
No.
No,
Think
The-
more.
the Beatles.
Think, hold
No.
on. No. Think time of year. It's May. We're running into summer.
yeah.
He's got a week. He's got a week off next week.
Time of year. It can't be anything sports related.
And
no, it's not.
and I put it on the calendar, and now my wife wants involved. Not in the extra, but in the activity.
That was the most exciting text of all time to receive.
Theme park
yesterday.
season.
It's theme
Yes,
park
Mike,
season.
the 50th
I
birthday
won't.
of King's Dominion. The 50th birthday.
Okay,
And
don't
that
say-
face is
please
why
don't
you were
talk
not
anymore.
invited.
And Mike, I was actually, I didn't want to make you guys feel guilty.
You know why he
actual-
does it? You still getting free tickets?
I can get them if I need them, yeah.
How does that work with your buddy no longer there?
I called and made myself an appointment, and I spoke with the new director of communications and explained what it is we do and how close I was with Mark. And if I had a file there, it would be great if we could continue the relationship. And he says, yes, your file's here. You're an influencer.
Mark,
And
I'm
is
sorry.
he the
I'm sorry.
person who
That's
is
No, you
abusing
see-
the
for the
friendship.
extra?
That's
Yeah, he
abusing the
is.
friendship, Mark. I say that to
No,
you
no.
up in heaven.
Mark
Greedy.
would love it. He would love it. And I believe
Well,
on
he's
his
certainly not here
and-
to say that. is he?
but I believe on his deathbed, I said, if something, I mean, this is before he was in the when we thought he still had a chance, to be honest. And we were making conversation. I said, if this plays out and you're no longer at King's Dominion, can I still use your name? And he said yes. So he
And
loved
here's the thing. One would think that was a joke, but it wasn't.
No,
it was
because
a
you know what?
legitimate request.
He's as crafty as I am. He was. He loved me getting free stuff from them.
So my wife saw the name King's Dominion, so she started Googling it. And now she has added it to our summer stops to go to King's Dominion.
Have
This
fun.
is so great. I
It's
can't
exactly.
wait.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you are.
All right. So,
But you see, Mike, I didn't want you guys to feel bad, but the actual birthday, the actual 50th anniversary of King's Dominion was May 3rd.
okay,
and
isn't
that
that
was-
the extra? Aren't you bringing the extra into
No,
this show now?
I'm telling you this because I
It's a
didn't.
tease.
I did not go to the birthday because we had Jimmy's.
Horrors.
So I want you to know I didn't say that to you earlier because I didn't want you to feel bad that I was missing it.
All right, that'll move the meter. All right, so
move
anyway,
your meter.
that's going to be. I hold in my hand, and then I'll let you guys determine if there's anybody that sent any in that you want to share.
I didn't see a single one that was
Really,
worth
there
copy
wasn't
and pasting.
one?
No.
Well, there
Maybe
were a
I knew
bunch.
that. Maybe subconsciously I knew that. But I have in my hand the 4 final limericks of the week. Now, if Rob would allow me on his bonus show this week, Rob's Unfinished Business, I may select 2 of the classic filthy ones.
Oh,
That
100%.
I think if you're not going to
Okay.
do limericks without,
No, I think
doing
that I would be, I would feel depraved and deprived if we didn't have those.
These I have 2 that are. Let me see. I've got 2 that are pop culture, 3 that are pop. Wait a minute. 2 that are pop culture, and 2 that are for our own family.
Are they stacked in the way you want them? The order?
I wouldn't say that the kicker is particularly kickery. It's just something I needed to do.
Okay, because they should go second best.
I don't know whether it's best. It's just what I wish to say.
All right. So there has been thought put into it.
Of course, there's been thought put in. What
I
does
mean,
that
no, not
mean?
just the writing. I'm talking about the stackage of them.
All
Yes.
Mike's done this week is think about limerick.
I've
so much
I've
thought.
neglected the show by these terrible limericks.
And the show will grow up to, you know,
I
someone
just-
that reminds them of Mike.
I really
He was
I
going
like
to-
it. This
he was
is
going
a
to baseball
self.
games shouting out limericks.
This is
At the
essentially a circle jerk. That's what I'm doing.
I don't think we
This
can
pleases
say
me.
that.
It's like you like your puns. I don't find them. I know these aren't particularly entertaining.
They
They're
are to
entertaining
me.
for me. Well, good. I'm glad you like them. I
Yeah.
wish I liked your puns
Well,
as much as you
try
like
harder.
my limericks. You ready?
Nevermore.
Our first one is for our executive producer from St. Augustine,
I've
Florida.
gotten a lot of play in these.
And this is not about you. It's about you know what. Are you ready?
Yes, Mike, do you want the stager again?
Yes, please. Limerick Week on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Thought has been put into Limerick Week.
Have you heard about President Trump and his new plane to take on the stump? Cutter says it's a gift, but it looks like a grift. What a miserable, greedy old hump. Thank you. Thank you very much. There you go.
But as far as, you know, take
Had
politics
to get that
out
off
of it.
my chest. Yes.
If you make that a truly bipartisan effort, which I think it
right.
was.
Yes, it was. Absolutely bipartisan.
The construction of the rhythm and the rhyme scheme, perfect.
Well,
and
takes a
Tripp
while to
takes-
do it right. You
Tripp
know?
takes the words right out of my mouth. 5 stars.
Oh, good. All right. Well, then I'm going to put the comments. up.
Welcome back,
And
Tripp.
I thought Tripp left yesterday.
He did, but he comes back.
Oh, don't worry. He'll leave when your next limerick's about Biden.
Lines 1, 2, and 5. That's not. And by the way, Tripp, if you're listening, and I know you are, that was not about Biden. That was on the people surrounding Biden. That was not about Joe Biden, a man
That's
that
true.
I revere. I'm the guy that drove from Fort Myers to Sarasota when another candidate was running just to hear Joe Biden speak. I have great respect and love for that man. I do. And if you want to mock me for it, F you. Ready for limerick number 2?
Mike, we are ready for Limerick 2.
And Tripp, the answer to your question is none of these used AI. None of them whatsoever. I did not. I don't think they'd be as good as the ones I did. It. Ready?
Yes, go.
Limerick number 2. Diddy's a show business royal, and his entourage really is loyal. I once went to his bash, but I lost all my cash and woke up nude and covered in oil. Thank you. Thank you.
Mike,
I like a
that's-
smile. If I get a smile from Josh, that's all I need.
That's an
I'm very
awfully
happy.
strong offering to have at number 2. I'm just telling you, that was
Okay.
excellent.
All right, very good. All right, ready?
Yes.
All right,
go.
now we're getting close to home here.
Yeah.
And, I've
This is
neglected
number 3 of
myself
4.
a little bit. Here we go.
Yes.
All right, here we go. They say Carla is too young for me, but we're happy and in decade 3. And although my mind's young and we're still having fun, it still takes me much longer to pee. Yeah, I know. That was kind of... yeah, there it is. Well, that's not helping.
I might have put that one at number 2.
And now I hold in my hand the last limerick of the week.
Hi-oh! May a sweaty helper come and wax your back.
Right.
There's no limerick for the bonus show.
There's no, but this is a Rob lyric. So that's
A lyric?
a lyric. I call them lyrics.
I know you
Limerick.
do.
A Rob limerick, not a
Since your
lyric.
days at the art college.
Yes. You ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Rob Spiewak is gone for a week. R&R and some fun he'll now seek. When he's back with the team, I had this cool dream that he'll be unable to speak. Thank you, Josh. Thank
That
you
might
for
be a
that
problem.
reaction. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Yes. All
I
right.
will reflect on my participation in the show over my hiatus.
You'll give zero. You'll give 0 Fs the whole time you're gone. It won't even cross your mind. You're
No,
just
that's
like
not
Ryan
true.
that
As a
way.
matter of fact, I will be here for the bonus show next week.
Yeah, I know. I
So?
was too. That's not anything
Well, no.
special. That's,
Well, I
that's
think for
just- that's
people
what
that
you're
will be
doing.
missing my voice, it will be very special.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
As it
The
was
password
special,
is inflated opinion of himself.
as it was special when you came back for the bonus show. Because there is an
special. This is
energy
what we
that
do.
we can't create when the three of us are not together. It's like a souffle. Every ingredient is important, otherwise it falls.
Last night was the final Little League game of the season, which means that my son's team, the Marlins, lost. It was a best out of 3 series. They lost 2 in a row to the Orioles. A fine outfit, a truly fine operation,
Is it
fine organization. as the
It really
Canadians would
sucks
say.
because Michael's team could probably beat the real Orioles.
Or the real Red Sox,
Now,
who are in the land of suck as
It
well
is-
right now.
it is sad when he is eliminated because you play the game to win, but is there, as a dad, is there any relief at all that the season's over?
Yeah, that would be. I'd be lying if I didn't say, to do the third night of driving down. It's about 35 minutes away from where we live, so it's a bit of an evening to get down there. And it was the last game. And
How many tiers?
Like a wedding cake, you mean?
No, there were
like-
a few probably. Pitcher and
I've
catcher.
had
My son being the catcher on their knees, pitcher on the mound. My son behind the plate kind of went to his knees just to which by the way, I love kids that do that. I love kids that put
Invested?
their heart into it like that.
Yeah.
I really do. I love that. I think
Yeah,
that's
I coached
cool.
the team once in the playoffs, and we had a real tough extra innings loss to
Yeah.
knock us out.
It's very
and they
tough.
were all in tears afterwards.
It's very tough. It's very
Did
tough,
you
and there's still
did you tell
kids.
us what the score was last night? I don't know if I caught it or not.
No, I don't even remember.
Was it
what
close,
was.
or-
Yeah, it was definitely close. Yeah,
Okay,
it was,
that's
it was
good.
close,
Well,
right?
that's-
In fact, it was they were leading going into the bottom of the 6th, which was the
Oh,
Orioles
that's
were the
hard.
home team.
As
so.
a sports novice, is it harder to lose when it's a come from? Is that harder on the player when it's a come from behind victory?
Oh
of
yeah,
the opponent?
100%. It was really, really difficult, and I was accused of making a scene by my wife, who doesn't know sports, and I wasn't making a scene. I don't think saying "come on" to the umpire or "that was a strike" is that I'm yelling at the umpire like
Yeah.
a lot of people would. I have every right. I'm a parent. I'm not saying anything personal. I'm saying, "Gosh, yeah," and like
my
that.
grandmother, who I don't speak of, my dad's mother, who I don't speak of very often on this show, we called me mom, and her husband, my dad's father, was a actual noted athlete growing up in New Jersey in Carteret, and he went on to be the basketball coach at Carteret High School, where he taught, and he was invited to have his wife stay home, my grandmother, because she would stand up during the game and yell, "You stinking ref."
This guy was so old.
The ref?
And yes, the umpire.
Okay. Yeah,
So
of course.
old.
I'm sorry.
And it just was, you can't, you get in the older leagues and you get better officiating. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
The guys that are doing these games are
Mike,
they're either just starting or they're
sunset
out to
years.
pasture. Sunset years. So I did that. But then at one point, and Josh has seen these plays, where it's pinball out there, where they hit it to the right fielder, it goes past the second baseman into right field.
Suddenly
then it
they
goes
all
to,
forgot how to play baseball.
Suddenly it's this mass panic, finishing with my son not throwing to third when the kid was 3/4 of the way down the line, and it would have been an easy play. And I believe I may have said something about head located up there. Get your head out of
that is too weird. That's
that
an
one. That's not
odd
weird. That's
coincidence.
unacceptable. That's unacceptable, and I
Did
accept
he
the
ever-
responsibility.
Did he have a response to you?
He just gave me a look like "Shut up, Dad," and that's.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
No, my
There-
what
wait.
I
Let
said
me
was
finish. Let me.
weird.
There was a moment with another coach when my son played a tournament on another team this season, who is an older guy like me, and he gives it to him loud and hard, and I love it. I love it. I don't think. I think
it's
at this
different
age,
when it's
giving it
someone
to
out,
him.
when
Yeah.
it's someone that's not a parent, it's handled a whole lot
Yeah,
different.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, and I take full responsibility for my my brief and not all that loud outburst. But it
Just
was
if
loud
anyone
enough.
heard it, Mike, if any one person heard it, it was too loud. And what I was saying was weird is not the fact that you said it. It's the fact that I said it earlier in the show.
Yes, that's what I was
It's-
referring to.
Yeah, it's not a very common expression.
Well, I was just saying, come on, he knows better, and
Yeah.
and he does. But as Josh will tell you, both of us being involved in Little League, that this moment of panic occurs where just everybody forgets how to play the game and forgets the rules and forgets where to throw it, and it just goes bing bong, bing bing.
The
bing, and that
forgetting of the rules and the chaos, is that more common in late innings, or does it happen at any time?
It happens
it's
at
when-
any time.
The problem, it's you see the same thing in Major League Baseball where
Yeah.
everyone is pressing at the plate.
Right.
What
Okay.
happens is one person messes up, and then everyone else thinks it's their responsibility to make
Yep.
up for it.
That's
so they
Okay.
overcompensate and screw it up even more.
Yeah. And then it occurred to me that that some of I'm not going to mention any names. Some players just still had a little challenge knowing where to go and what to do. Which is, at that age.
Is that a coaching problem?
No, I think that's a kid problem. I
Okay.
think they're little. My son was one of the oldest ones on the team, and
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to him staying with the game and doing all that. And by the way, after the ride back home was doing a post-mortem on the game, and it was fine. And as I told him, I said, listen, you're going to have many, if you pursue your athletics, you're going to have many moments like this.
Yeah.
And you were the second best team in the whole Miners Little League, and I think that's why they gave you the medal around your neck for the runner-up, and that's fine. There's no, and I think that they were a better team. They were better at the skill positions. They were better in the outfield. They were better in all the way around, and they were better hitters. So that's
But they
it.
didn't
That's the
have,
way.
Mike, they didn't have better parents.
It was fine. It was a big bowl, and there was a
It was
little
a bowl
after.
of okay.
After the dust settles,
Yeah.
it goes, and that's another thing he learned. He's fine by the time we get home, because it goes away. And the thing about sports, whether you're rooting for a team or whether you're playing a sport, is that the bigger the contest,
Yeah.
the more pain is experienced with
Sure.
the loss.
Mm-hmm.
And that in turn makes it linger longer. So the bigger the game,
Yeah.
the more painful the loss, the longer it lasts. But it still goes away. It does in all of sports. That's what's great about the cycle. It's a big cycle, and that's what makes it fun. Now, are there teams in the professional ranks that have lost and lost? Yeah, but in the event that team ever gets it together in your lifetime, you will experience one of the great joys of your life. And then that will fade.
That's what I hear.
too.
It's in all the papers, Josh.
Josh is having a little tough time with his Orioles right
I
now.
have, but you're right. I have experienced that with the Ravens.
Yes, and it's really
so
cool
it's
when that
totally-
happens. But it's always hope. That's what it is.
Yes.
The hope is what gets us all in front of the TV. The hope is what does it. That's the fun part. The fun part is seeing if they can make a go of it. That's what sports is all about.
I felt the exact same way when they finally gave Martin Landau the Oscar.
Very similar.
Well,
Yeah.
Remarkably
Capital fans
similar.
are going through it right now
Oh, it's tough.
with the Caps.
Very difficult. And last night, if you are a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, my God, the Florida Panthers just, made mincemeat out of that mouse. It was, oh my!
Did you
I
have
turned
that
it
in your
off.
pocket ever since there was a chance the show was going to go to sports a million years ago?
Yeah, mincemeat.
They made mincemeat out of that
Constant
mouse.
mincemeat references that I was going to make on the show. But I love it.
Yeah.
I love it when you drive into a game or you're getting ready to watch a game with your family and you're all in. It's a level of hope and excitement and anticipation that is unmatched. That's why it's so popular. That's why they pay these bastards all the money they pay them.
Yeah.
I mean that's the way it goes. So last night, but when you're participating, it's a different story. And when you're the parent of a participant, it's a different story. You have to really live it. You really live it. No matter how mad you get as a fan, nothing will ever compare to those guys that are leaving it all on the field, as they say, the old sports cliche. So he recovered. He was fine. The only thing that pissed him off is when I told him how well I thought the catcher who was a little guy from the other team played, which he did. And that pissed him off. He didn't get as many difficult pitches as I did. Michael, I'm just telling you that he played well. And I think sometimes that is, Josh, I use that as a motivational tool because I want him to remember how that kid played the game because the kid played the game right. And the kid was small and he was smart and he was good. You know?
Yeah, I feel like in Little League, it's very easy to blame yourself on, well, we lost because we played so poorly, or we screwed up here, or this guy missed the ball.
No, somebody not making mistakes is a real contributor at that
Right.
level, too. That's
Well,
the
and
thing
we
that
never
goes.
give enough credit to the other opponent, that they played really well.
Yeah. And the only other problem that I can list with the game last night,
Mm-hmm.
I would really like to formally apologize to Carla for there was a left to right breeze, and
This story keeps getting better.
A left to right breeze.
a
Yeah.
left to right breeze. Carla was sitting to my immediate right, and the sunflower seed shells, the trajectory, they were not going where they. At one point, she legitimately said enough. Enough, and that's
Were
when I
they hitting
leaned
her,
forward.
or were they just
yes,
getting
they
near-
were hitting her.
That's
They were hitting her.
fantastic.
It was
You're
not.
do you just spit them on the ground, or do you have a cup?
I spit them on the ground.
Yeah,
Isn't
he's
that
like-
and there are
like a real ball
sunflower
player.
seeds. The entire perimeter of the backstop, it's sunflower seeds.
He's like
so I
David
think I'm
Crockett.
not alone.
He doesn't use
I
a cup.
agree, but are
I
there
mean,
other
that's
parents?
the joy for me is spitting them on the ground.
But that's normally the joy for the kids. Are there other parents there just down in sunflower seeds?
No.
You know, and Mike is the same way when he goes to Five Guys. He spits the peanut shells on the floor too.
It's okay, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be
Yeah.
if it was just kids. They wouldn't be behind the backstop
Yeah.
as they
Right,
are, and they're not
I'm
all
confused
mine.
about them being behind the backstop. Correct.
Well, that's where my chair was.
Right. So
the
maybe is
dirt.
that your whole is there when you
No,
started
there
your
are
sunflower
other.
obsession, were there any there?
It's from the far
Or is it
right of the
yours from
backstop to the
game to
left of the
game?
backstop. There's sunflower seeds.
Yes. But how is the pile in front of your chair? Has it gotten larger every game?
No, because
No,
it's-
because they
it's-
get kicked around. Come on, Josh, you're being silly.
it was. I have not mastered, and if anybody's out there that can share it with this, I'm so stupid. But I'd be lying if I didn't say these thoughts went into my acorn-sized brain,
Right.
that is really, even at this age, undeveloped. I have to say, when I see some players or coaches that will take a fistful of these sunflower seeds,
Sure.
and shove them into their mouth, and then for the next hour or so, it'll be a. And my question is, do you put them in like a squirrel? Do you put them down in
Yes.
your cheek and then
put 'em in like
shell the
some
one
dip.
with your? What do you do
You put it in your lip like some dip.
down here?
Yeah, down here.
All of
and
them,
then you
or
and then you avail
Well, some.
one and you
no?
split it.
You put the bulk of the seeds in the left cheek, then you put the single seed down in the lip, and then you crack it. You bring them up periodically to crack them, and then I actually go. This is the dumbest show in the world.
No,
I
it's the
have
best show in the
sunflower
world.
seeds on the left cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Then I move one of them over to the front of my teeth and
Sure.
shell them. Then I tuck the sunflower seed down in my lip, and I chew on my right side the actual seed,
then
the flavorful inner cookie.
Then the game is over.
Is there any point where you yell at Michael and the sunflower seeds get dispersed?
Yes.
Oh, it'd be great. A spit take
Yeah.
almost.
Well, it's more like the articulation is not clear because I'm like, hurry up, Mike, you got it. Come on, man, come on, you got it.
how
Yeah,
much
yeah.
goodness is in every seed?
What it is, Rob, is
Because I have never done this. This is so foreign
Well,
to
you
me.
would have. This is the reason that ball players do this. It's the reason that ball players chew tobacco. It's the reason ball players chew bubblegum. You are doing something that minimizes the stress. It is an activity that
Okay.
takes your mind off of
Yeah.
just sitting there and being nervous, which I am for my son when he's playing. So that's why I do it, and it
They
really
should try
makes the,
Sudoku.
no. Yeah, well, that would be like the ladies that do needlepoint.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's something where you can pay attention,
Yes.
Yeah,
but
okay.
you're not grinding your teeth.
Somebody said that the seeds are great for exfoliating the skin.
Thank you, Rolando.
That's
Don't do that at the ballpark.
that's an esthetician joke right there. So I go left cheek, But I know there's a better way. I know there are ball players out there
But when
that
you
do it
pop
a better,
it,
better
so
way.
let's.
It's hard to spit. It's hard to spit accurately.
Okay, let's say you have a
gotta-
seed in your mouth. Let's move away from the squirrel analogy. You
Yeah.
put a seed in your mouth.
Yeah.
Do you crack it with your molars so it opens
No,
and the goodness
your,
comes
your
out?
Your front teeth usually.
You crack it. Well, that doesn't seem like
It's like
that
your
makes
tongue and
sense
your
at
front.
all.
Well, your molar, you're gonna. It's difficult to get the finesse on a seed.
I see. And you can't shell them by hand like a
I
pistachio.
might have some lying around. I'll try to find, even though it's your show, I'll try to find some for the bonus show.
Well, Mike,
I
one of
think
my
Carla
things
throws them out though, and I wish she wouldn't. I wish she
I got to
put them
get
in a
off my
Ziploc
chest
bag.
is I don't understand sunflower seeds.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's why I needed a
They're tasty,
demonstration.
and they have many different
Well,
varieties
don't they
now
just
that are
taste
flavored.
like? Don't they just taste like the flavor they're given? Like if you
Well,
were just to get
I
regular
use
sunflower
at
seeds.
the ball yard where my son plays. They have regular. So
and
they're
are they
not-
salted?
They're not. They're very salt. They're highly salted. Is the main ingredient.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the big brands in the sunflower community is
Big
Smackin'.
sunflower.
Is what?
It's called Smackin'. I don't know if
Smackin'.
you've seen these at your ball game.
Yeah, I've seen.
But
them.
on their
Yep.
website, they've
Isn't that
got-
Diddy's company?
They've got
Smackin'.
the instructions on the baseball player sunflower seed technique.
Oh,
Lay it
cool.
on me.
All right.
Thank you for this. All right.
So players will put several seeds in their mouth at one time,
Yes.
pack them on one side of the mouth,
Yes.
between
Okay.
the teeth and the cheek.
Yes.
Then the tongue
Uh-huh.
can pick up the seeds
Right.
one at a time and
Right.
bring it to the front teeth that are
Right.
used to crack the shell and then
Yep.
spit out that shell.
Okay.
So that sounds similar to your technique.
Do you
But
ever spit out the shell and the
But-
goodness goes with it?
Yes. Quite often.
But here's what I find more interesting, and I think these are the good spitters.
Yeah.
Because while that's a common method, the other method among players is that they just suck the salt off the shell to replace the salt that is lost during sweating and then spit it out whole.
Spit the seed out.
Yeah, they just suck on it for the salt and the flavor and then spit the entire thing out. They don't
try
crack the
that.
shell.
I might try that.
I like that.
Isn't that
technique.
well? That's sort of cheating. I mean, why don't you just bring a salt lick?
Well, because I like
Because-
to replace the salt. That's kind of
Yes.
an interesting thing.
And you
to
get
just-
you get a much better flavor than just a straight salt lick.
But I mean, it's
it's the
still-
sunflowery. It's sunflowery flavor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
and then-
don't get the goodness. I'm thinking that there's got to be something special about the goodness if there's a percentage of people that are
There,
popping them
I
open.
find the inner cookie of the sunflower, the real seed, very satisfying.
Not
I really
unrewarding?
do. I really find it satisfying. I like doing that, but at the same time, there is a part of me. I'm such an idiot. This is so true, folks. This
Yeah.
is so true. I think I want to look like a ball player when I'm doing it. I want to look cool when I'm doing it. I don't want to look
Well,
like
that's a
Rube.
given. Yeah.
In your chair? Do
In
you have
my
one of those-
fat
does your
man's chair.
Do you have one of the chairs that has the little springs on it for rocking?
No, I do not. I do not. I would
Maybe
never
next year.
purchase that. But
Oh,
I do have a
I've got one.
slight bend
It's
in my
worth it.
chair. Is it worth it, really?
It is really nice.
Don't you go full recline when that happens a little bit, though? Don't you do that?
No.
Well,
No,
he
it's just-
also
it-
weighs
it
a
has
third
little-
of what we weigh. So I mean,
Maybe.
if we were to recline, I think we'd be back way back.
No, it's just got some little compression arms, so it lets you bounce back and forth.
You have a
Um,
sunshade on top of your chair?
Of course I do.
Of course.
now
I've
the
also never used
sunshade.
this-
Oh, the sunshade. You know, there have been circumstances. I would like to. At the same time, I think it's overkill. But at the other time, when you're out in Southwest Florida, you look at it and go, "God, why didn't we bring that?"
Yeah.
And instead of bringing the whole tent to hide under.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Or just
now
an
there is
umbrella.
talk of a June, I believe, a June
Wedding?
tryout
Oh.
for Summer League travel ball, which may be in the future.
Oh,
that
you'll
may be-
love that.
Well, we're going to be gone though for 3 weeks up north, so I don't know.
See
what
if
the
they
deal
can
is.
travel to Maine.
Thank you, Rob. That's a brilliant idea. Come up and join me.
Hey, the weather,
Sunflower seeds for everyone.
the weather will be better up there.
Yeah.
Yes, the weather will be
They can
spectacular.
they can spit their seeds in the bay.
Enjoy them so much that even with this discussion of them,
Yeah.
I am finding myself craving them right now. And as I got on the scale today and was down about 1.5 pounds,
Attaboy.
they are also weight effective because you feel like you're doing something, you're ingesting something when you're ingesting very little. The seeds,
Are
and the
you-
seeds are
You're-
good for you.
Are you on any
You're
sort of
also
water pill?
spitting.
Yeah.
I'm spitting, but I chew the seed. I ingest the seed.
Are you on any
Right.
sort of water pill or diuretic?
Why would I be on a water pill or diet? Right?
Well, I'm just thinking with all that salt you're sucking off the seeds, you're probably retaining some water. You
No,
could
I
probably be
drink-
down 2 pounds today.
I'm out on the golf course 3-4 days a week with just chugging water.
That's what Bing
And,
Crosby said.
I'm thinking of like the high school wrestlers that would walk around just spitting into a cup trying to make weight. And that,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's what you're doing with the sunflower seeds.
It's helpful. It's helpful as opposed to chewing on a real food or something, eating chips or
Pretzel
popcorn
nuggets?
or something like that. Don't want to do that. Although I've eaten everything at the ballpark, and the lady that runs the concessions there does a fine job. Some of her food is really fine.
Does she recognize you when you come up?
I say to her all the time. I give her. Last night it was sloppy joes.
Yum. Good ballpark food.
That's
Oh, it
ballpark
is.
food.
It's homemade. It's
But
homemade.
it's
She makes it homemade.
sloppy.
She brings a crock pot. She brings a crock pot that she makes in her own kitchen. It's that homemade.
Asked to see her food preparation
I
lessons.
I'm not sure about that, but I'll tell you something about the food. Don't you agree? Bing.
Oh, I think it's marvelous. Some of it really fine.
Yeah, and then he walked off the 18th and died.
That was heart disease that came a long time before that.
I suppose.
I hope someone's listening because I think it's time for Sloppy Joe's at Boog's Barbecue.
Oh wow! Do they have
Yeah.
them there?
They don't, not Sloppy Joe's, no.
No.
Oh, they just have
It's
barbecue.
time to add it.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sloppy joes, great food, great, fantastic food.
Do you
I could
take
a
them
whole
with
show on
coleslaw, Mike?
it. No.
I like that.
And how about spitting it out?
You know, you out-fat me anytime there is a fat discussion. You
Because
out-fat me
you know why?
every
Because
time.
I gave up years ago. And Mike, we have a promo here. Okay.
We will do that, and we will come back with, we have so much it's hard to believe right now. We'll be right back.
This week on The Bonus Show, we exult in the emergence of a new pope who hails from the Windy City.
Don't
Plug
worry,
in
Bob
your device.
Prevost is praying for you, Mike.
While Michael and Robert tell of rejoicing the word in their own particular ways.
If you don't eat meat on a Friday,
You might just be a Catholic.
And behold the joyous exultation of the Dairy Queen.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Nice.
Really?
Blessed are those who rejoice in frozen dairy confections.
Dairy
Dairy
Queen.
Queen.
Dairy Queen.
Share the word of laughter with a friend or loved one today.
Happy 700th bonus show to you.
Spread the good news with a bonus show subscription and subscribe at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Hey, thanks a fucking million for listening to this show.
So sincere.
It's very nice. Like that. Thank you, Jim Amato. We appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are sponsored today by Ethos, and they ask a question for you. Would your family be prepared financially if anything were to happen to you? The last thing you want your family to worry about is how they are going to pay the bills. Think about it. Tuition, your mortgage, even funeral expenses. But with life insurance from Ethos, your family is protected. I always thought that the traditional life insurance process was complicated, but Ethos is an online platform that makes getting insurance fast and easy. You can protect your family's future in minutes, not months. There's no complicated process. It's 100% online. No medical exam is required. You just answer a few health questions. You can get same-day coverage without ever leaving your house with Ethos. You can get a free quote and customize a rate that fits your budget. 3 million families have completed their applications, people, and trusted Ethos to help find the right coverage. You should too. It's more affordable than you think, and I've seen folks that really have to struggle when a loved one passes. You can prevent this. Protect yourself and protect your family. Make things easy for everybody. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/TMOS. That's ethos.com/TMOS. Take it away, Rob. Well, we start today with another Pope story because
Love it.
because I care. That's it. I
Well,
mean, I
Mike,
really do.
to serve God.
And now we have official confirmation that Pope Leo will, in fact, be using social media. I give you his first post. Would you like to hear it?
I would.
Peace be with you. No, he doesn't have the same accent as the other guy. Peace be with you all. This is the first greeting spoken by the risen Christ, the Good Shepherd. I think he's thinking a little highly of himself.
Is he implying that Jesus is doing the texting?
I would like this greeting of peace to resound in your hearts, in your families, and among all people wherever they may be, in every nation and throughout the world.
Yeah.
Non-confrontational.
Yeah. And then he went on TikTok and danced to Paging Dr. Beat by Gloria Estefan.
That is, ladies and gentlemen. Have you seen on, this is totally unrelated to the
Can I
story
keep
or
the Pope
anything.
music going for a little bit? I love it.
Well, they're unrelated. Have you seen they seem to come from foreign countries, like creatures underground and stuff, where they'll be like digging in a tunnel and you'll see a mutant creature that looks.
Is this like
this can't be real.
a movie?
No, it's not real. It's fake. It's fake, but it's
Okay.
like an AI generated kind of. And now
So,
I'm seeing robots, like
There is
hot
an
robots.
there is an AI trend on TikTok that creeps me out, and
Yeah.
it keeps showing up on my feed.
With
And
their-
it might
the-
be what you're talking about.
Like really disturbing mutations of people.
Well, it'll be a nice picture of like someone with their pet dog, and suddenly the dog like grows human arms and starts dancing.
All sorts of
You
weird.
guys have
it's
very
creepy.
different algorithms than me. I have
All right,
not seen this
next
at
week.
all.
I promise next week I will do a show where I will curate these. Josh, look for them. They're going to be coming at you fast and furious, and they are weird. And most of them are not English speaking, and they're very strange. And if I pop on a couple of them, then I'm inundated with them. And
The
it's
Pope
just weird.
said about those, Mike, don't pay attention to them fake videos on TikTok.
Yep, my name is Ray Barboni from Miami. I am the new Pope from Chicago, and this is the way Mike Ditka can affect the weather with his mood. Go Bears. There you go. White
Da-
Sox fan. to the
Da
best of-
Pope.
White Sox fan, to the best of my knowledge. Not a Cubbies
Yes,
fan.
No,
he's a
it's
White
not.
Sox fan.
There you
But
go.
he's
Okay.
praying for the Orioles.
Praying for the Orioles. Jelly Roll. Rob Spiewak likes Jelly Roll so
I
much
do.
he actually did a Halloween costume
I
with
did. Mm-hmm.
Jelly Roll on one of our shows. Jelly Roll is currently on the Big Butt World Tour with Post Malone.
What's the name of the tour?
The Big Butt World Tour.
That was in the run-in for our cruise name as well.
The Big Ass Cruise. That's what we should have called it. It's with Post Malone, a lot of ink there.
Yeah.
But the world part of the tour has never been fully guaranteed for Jelly due to his past criminal background.
Jelly.
Everybody knows his history. There are certain countries that will not accept American citizens if they have felonies, and England was one of them. But apparently, some wheeling and dealing, as Josh would say,
Yeah.
went on behind the scenes, and now Jelly is good to go. And his first two shows are at Tottenham Stadium.
Hello.
He announced it in a very excited Instagram post yesterday. I feel for the guy. The guy has turned his life around,
He's,
and
by all accounts, a great guy. And down
and an
like
inspiration
what,
to
200
people-
pounds or something?
Well, also an inspiration to people that have traveled the wrong road
Yeah.
and gotten themselves back together, which has got to be a difficult task. He said, quote, "Biggest announcement of my career. They let me come to England, baby. I can't believe I'm even coming to England, but the fact that my first time I am doing 2 stadium shows with Post Malone, this is huge." That is as honest and as that is not humble bragging. That to me is the way the guy is. And
Even
for
though
those
he's
of-
lost all the weight, for the time that he is in London, they're going to change the name of it to Not So Big Ben. Because in comparison,
There you go. Jelly.
Jelly.
As his friends call him.
Hi,
Jelly
Jelly.
roll. Hey,
Jelly.
Jelly. Jelly. Yeah, you like that? Yeah.
Or
You like it
Uncle
with
Baby
jelly or
Billy.
syrup? Yeah.
Uncle Baby Billy would say,
Yeah.
Jelly,
What?
come over here.
I just want to say on behalf of all of us and the Righteous Gemstones, I am so very happy for Post Malone and also Jelly Roll and all of his fantastic goings on informed by Scripture. I think that is just spectacular, and that's why I have my upper plate slipping ever so slightly. Yes, sirree.
Will you be at the concert?
I will not, but my alter ego, I believe Walton Goggins, is going to be backstage to see Jelly and Post, and will be in the second row cheering him on. Yes, sirree. Should be
Jelly.
fantastic. And then later on in the show, I will come out and with my body double and show his penis to the world. Yes, it should be spectacular. My name is Baby Billy Freeman.
Uncle Baby Billy Freeman.
Excuse me, I misspoke.
You what?
My name is I misspoke. My name is Uncle Baby Billy Freeman, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Bless
you.
your heart.
Yes, may I move on?
Yes, I wish you would.
So long, duties.
I didn't know he had that sign off.
Warner Brothers announced yesterday that they are changing the name of their streaming service from Max back to HBO Max. I'm in favor of it. I am all in favor. Please, thank you. I guarantee you that this change is due to the fact that people like me, when you don't have the HBO attached to it,
you're confused.
You don't go to it. You don't go to it. I forget it all the time. It's forgotten because they took the great brand built over decades and threw it out and named it as the second tier service, right?
Well,
Cinemax.
I don't know. It depends of what you define as second tier. If you wanted late night adult programming, Cinemax was your go-to.
Well, but Cinemax, not Max.
Yeah,
oh,
Max,
yeah, I guess you're right.
But Cinemax is the second one, and
You're right.
even for late night connoisseurs, I'm certainly not averse to that type of entertainment. But
this is what
HBO
they
gives
do.
you all the good stuff.
The app, it was originally HBO Go, and then it was HBO Now, and then it was HBO,
Yeah, they need
and
to
then
just-
HBO Max.
They've got the product that we need. They just need to pick a name and settle on it. Because, I mean, we're going to keep going there.
I think that I would probably be accurate in saying all of the streaming services are still catching up from COVID. Wouldn't you agree that they're still kind of battling on to get stuff, you know? And
But are you excited now that you know that it's HBO again, that you can go up and catch up on Arliss with Robert Wool?
Arliss, oh God, Arliss.
Yeah, right after you finish Entourage.
Both great. Both great.
No. I don't
Speaking
think. I
of-
think you're doing Entourage a disservice when you mention them in the same.
Speaking of streaming,
yes.
did you see the photo that came out of Nick Cage as John Madden
I have
for
seen
the
that.
Amazon Prime biopic?
No.
And who's playing Al Davis? I
Christian
forget.
Bale is Al Davis. They're on the left.
Yeah.
And then Nick Cage is John Madden.
How fast are you watching that movie?
it
Even
looks
if
so
it's a
good.
disaster, it's going to be great.
Just
but
the
it's going to
makeup
be
looks
great.
good.
Yeah.
And that's the period of time we're talking to. I would say 60s, 70s. That's when we're
Early
we're
70s,
talking
right?
about.
When he
that's
coached.
cool because that's Madden when it was really, the successful coaching John Madden before he became a broadcaster. I think that's kind of cool. But what will Nick Cage use a voice? Has there been a trailer yet? A
No,
real
this
trailer?
is all they've leaked so far is this photo.
I heard one clip of him doing the voice, and he goes, "My hand."
The best voice that Nicolas Cage does. Oh, it was a horror movie. He plays like a serial killer. I forgot what it was.
it's the long legs.
Long legs.
Whatever
What
it was
voice did
called.
he use in it?
Oh, it just was a high pitched, horrible, like
Yeah.
I think he did another weird voice in a recent Western.
Oh, he's done weird voices in a lot of stuff, but this was with the makeup and everything else, scary.
Overall,
scary.
how do you feel about Nick Cage as a guy?
I think Nicolas Cage has given us enough content that you give him a thumbs up.
I like him very
Clunkers?
much.
Yeah, I like Nicolas Cage.
I think I like everything he does.
I
I really do. He had
I don't
that,
go in that camp. I don't
He had
fall
a comedy
squarely
a
in
few
that
years
camp.
ago
Right.
where he played himself
Mm-hmm.
for the movie, and about like a billionaire or something that just paid him to come over and visit, and it was a great movie of Nick Cage just being Nick Cage.
Yeah, I like him a lot, and I think I cemented it. There was that movie with James Caan, Honeymoon in Vegas,
Yeah.
that would be tedious to watch if he wasn't so good because it's just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing that happens to him.
Right.
And it would be, if it wasn't played right, it would become very repetitive and tedious, but he can play frustration better than anybody. And and of course there's Moonstruck, and all the movies are great.
Yeah, I mean he's made a lot of good stuff.
and that's why Trump wants to open Alcatraz back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because he's a big fan of The Rock.
Absolutely, and
Sure.
and more power to him. Not. By the way, Warner Brothers also unveiled a new trailer when they were announcing going back to HBO Max. James Gunn's Superman movie. It's that time of year. All of the big blockbusters are out there, including Mission Impossible. The franchise is, Tom Cruise said goodbye to the franchise, and he did so at the Cannes Film Festival in electrifying fashion, where Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning earned a 5-minute ovation, thanks in part to his stunts that he did, putting breathless, death-defying, practical stunts on the big screen.
I don't buy for a second when they time the applause at Cannes. I don't buy 5 minutes at all. Do you know how long 5 minutes is? That's a long time.
I buy it because he also kind of saved cinema after COVID with
And
Top Gun. So it's a lot of praise for him and his career.
Well, do you consider right now cinema saved? It's horrible.
I think that these blockbusters are the only thing keeping it afloat right now.
Yeah.
I think they are. The Cannes premiere was a massive event, something I'd always like to go to. I've always thought that would be an absolute joy to go see movies on a regular basis and just hop around. They had a 40-piece orchestra welcoming guests into the theater with the theme, the Mission Impossible theme.
38 of the
that. You
people
would have
like-
loved that. You would have liked that.
I would have.
right?
38 of them were oboes. It was the most amazing sound you've ever heard.
I think Monday or maybe the following Monday, the big concerto coming up with my son and the oboe. Cruise, it's been documented how many real stunts he does, and really, when you talk about going off a ramp with a parachute, risking his own life in these stunts,
He's amazing. He's sick though.
Yeah, what they didn't realize is that how much he was willing to show the body. He's 62, by the way. He survived a 3-minute knife fight sequence on a submarine wearing only skimpy boxer briefs.
I'm watching.
Part of the film's mind-blowing underwater sequence had Cruise bearing it.
Look for the new catchphrase that's going to popularize everyone's mouth this summer. Ouch, you stabbed my penis.
Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning opens in theaters May 23rd. And that's
Will you
a
go to the
Paramount
theater?
product.
Will you go to the theater for that?
Because of my son, that's a definite maybe. Yeah,
now, is it
that one I'd go
appropriate to
see.
his age? I don't know the
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
okay.
He
Yeah,
can
I think
handle
so.
it. Yeah, 100%. I think so. And right after we go see Friday the 13th, Blood and Stabbing.
That'll be great. Make sure this is the new Friday the 13th where they wear skimpy boxer briefs.
Exactly. We talked about Airbnb yesterday on the show. Well, if you're booking one, you might want to skip over the long list of amenities and just check them out because you don't want to skip over it. Most of them really don't matter. Hangers, first aid kits, tea kettles, who cares? You're on vacation. Measuring spoons, all that crap. But here's something you should look out for.
Yeah.
Hot water. A woman named Tanya is going viral after she shared her interaction with an Airbnb host who messaged her. That sounded like Billy Baby
I
Freeman's
wasn't going to
favorite.
call you on it, but you did sound really bad right now.
The Airbnb host messaged her to say that there was a temporary issue with the hot water at the property she rented. It was less than a week before her stay, so she asked if she would be refunded if it wasn't fixed before she arrived. They say they are unable to offer a refund in this situation because hot water was not included as an amenity in the booking. Oh, screw them.
Oh, that's BS.
They apologized for the inconvenience and appreciated her understanding.
Was
What a
that from
bunch of jerks.
Airbnb or from the host?
It was from the host.
I bet
because,
Airbnb will make it right.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see in the story. Tanya responded, "So you're choosing to rip me off because you didn't list it as an assumed amenity. You also didn't list windows and doors. Are those missing? I guess that's fine too." The host didn't budge because the host is an a-hole.
Right.
Certain people can be a-holes, but Airbnb stepped in with a full refund. They're also helping her with another booking. And by the way, that probably means the host is out of there.
I would think so.
They're going to review the other host, but it's unclear if anything will come out of it. The other host should be easy to find. They're the ones with the greasy hair. There it is. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
We've got Airbnbs for a Europe trip.
Oh, you
And
do?
we had to check everyone to make sure it had AC and then washer and dryers because many of them do not.
Yeah,
over
they
there.
do not
What
like
about-
air conditioning in Europe.
What about Wi-Fi?
Yeah, Wi-Fi's there everywhere.
Yeah, but it's French Wi-Fi.
I also have a mobile data plan.
Oh, no, that's good too. 'Cause that means like hotspots,
Yes.
right? Hot pockets. Oh, Sorry, that can mean only one thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's the TMOS Love Boat.
Yes.
Hey, everybody. Did you reference the fact that we've extended the deadline, Mr. Rob Spiewak?
We have not mentioned it yet.
Okay, let me talk about it then. We have extended the deadline, and we are very, very excited that we are selling our cabins for the TMOS Love Boat, and the deadline has now been extended till the 31st of May.
The 29th of
The
May.
29th of May. Sorry, the
2 extra
29th of
weeks.
May.
It's a Thursday, yeah.
That was originally like the 15th or something,
It was
right?
originally
Wasn't it?
today was the
Today?
deadline.
All
We
right.
extended it for 2 weeks. After that, it will cost you more money.
Yeah,
So
you
get your
you
deposit
want to
in.
get in there and do it. By the way, you can make a deposit, and there is a payment plan. Who is blowing me up? What is going on? It's the team. A lot of pats on the back for a good season, and rightly so. Way to go. Way to go, Marlins. But I'm doing a
Why
Love
don't
Boat
you
commercial.
do a reply all that just says, yeah, but we lost.
You know I'd love to.
I know you would.
This is our very first party that we have ever done on a cruise ship.
On the
And
high
it
seas,
is a beautiful cruise ship, the MSCC side. We're going to be there, the whole crew. We'll have an unforgettable weekend. We got a cocktail party. We got a live show. We got games. We're going to be hobnobbing with you and yours. The
A
cruise
sunflower
is,
seed bar.
yeah, we'll have the sunflower seed, but they really do have a chocolate bar.
Yes.
That looks spectacular. And I'm not talking about like a hard candy. I'm
No,
talking
you're
about
like
an entire boutique.
Yeah, it is a chocolate
chocolate
boutique. Yeah.
Everything you'd want on a cruise. Got a casino.
Bowling
and
alley,
You
pool
want to bring
tables.
the family? Well, I'm bringing my family. You got water slides out the wazoo. It's and by the way, the boat itself, the ship, is really, really striking. It's striking, really. It's spectacular.
I
Yes,
hope
yes,
Michael's
John.
ready to run around and have fun.
Oh,
Because
it's
Owen
gonna be
sees the
great.
video and he's like, "Oh, me and Michael are going to go do all those slides.
Oh,
and
that
we're
is
gonna
so
go down
cool.
to this arcade."
Cannot wait for
They're
that.
ready to run
Yeah,
around.
Carrie said
Oh,
the same thing.
That's fantastic. No, she didn't.
Well,
She
that was
said
about
it.
Zoolander.
She said, glug, glug. Yeah, she will be with Zoolander at the bar. Listen, folks, put your deposit down, get on the payment plan, take advantage of these prices before May 31st. After that, you can get in, but it's going to cost you more.
Yeah.
So we really, really
Plan
want to
ahead.
get as many cabins filled up as we can. We're going to explore Nassau in the Bahamas. You can enjoy live entertainment with all of your boat buddies. And Sunday means relaxation on a private island. That's the best kind of relaxation. And close your evening out with the TMOS live show. Games galore, cheap prizes that you can keep. Yeah, they fit in the suitcase.
They do.
Then Monday, back home to make everyone who missed out feel like garbage. Don't miss out. Don't get FOMO. Come on our cruise, the Love Boat Cruise. It's the weekend of December 5th. We want to see you there. Imagine the folks' jealousy when they see your newly waxed, tanned, glistening, salt-sprayed body with your fabulous salt-sprayed abs. Are you listening, Jim Amato?
Didn't know everyone was going to get waxed.
I picture Jim Amato looking like a radish at one point someday. You know,
Do you
coming
think
back
he's
from the
sensitive
island.
to the sun?
Yeah, or perhaps lying on the beach at the island, screaming as he's attacked by hermit crabs.
Put it in the promo.
By the way, Rob Spiewak, if you can update this to let people know about the deadline, that would
Absolutely.
be appreciated.
Yes, of
all
course.
your meals. That's what the voyage includes. All your meals, the beverage package, $50 onboard credit, the Wi-Fi package, sharing all your social media with everybody that's going to be jealous, plus an exclusive TMOS Love Boat gift bag, and of course access to all the events.
Yes.
A few interior ocean view and balcony cabins still are available. Act fast. This deadline is May 29th. Secure your spot with a small deposit and ask about the easy payment plan. Book now at tmoscruise.com. Questions, email cruise@mikeomerashow.com. This is huge. Don't miss out. Reserve your cabin today at tmoscruise.com. It's your 100% guaranteed cure for FOMO, and I want to see all of you on the cruise. Please join us.
And I've got,
there it is.
I've got the ribbon on order to put across your cabin door.
With the
so we
seal?
know if you ever leave the
Like the Pope? Yeah.
the
With the
casino,
wax
just
seal.
like the Pope.
Yeah.
We'll seal your door and know if you ever make it.
Yeah,
there.
well, if God forbid, Mike, something happens to you on the cruise, we'll break your ring.
Well, that's good, but I'm not going to let anything happen. And of course, I will come out on my balcony. It will not be overlooking the ocean. It'll be overlooking the back deck. And of course, I'll begin the cruise with the blessing.
I think it overlooks the pool. I
It
love
does.
pool.
The hot tub. Peace be with you. Peace be with you.
Oh, that's, just a
everybody.
small sound system. We could make that happen. That would be great.
Rob Spiewak,
Yeah.
do you want to talk about your Leesburg area, or do you want to talk about why rice is dangerous? I give you dealer's choice.
I'm going to hold on to the spy report and warn you. We eat a lot of rice in our house. We like rice as a side dish, and apparently they
or
did
as I
some-
like to refer to it, just another carb.
It is just another carb. It's delicious,
kidding.
though.
Yeah,
And
of course it is.
Mike, they have found in random samples dangerously high levels of, yep, you said it, arsenic in rice.
Because of the pesticides.
Well, it's just a heavy, forever chemical that they're finding it. And here's the thing, is that they recently cracked down on baby rice, like, baby cereal and stuff.
That's my favorite kind of rice. I love that rice. That's just.
Who are you?
I'm what is it?
Uncle Baby Billy.
My name is Uncle Baby Billy Freeman.
Now,
Thank you. Go ahead, Rob.
In
Proceed
2021
with your rice story.
In 2021, they passed strict laws about infant rice cereal, which is great because you don't want your kids to be eating arsenic and cadmium and all these permanent chemicals. But because of that, they sort of ignored the regular rice.
Does cadmium affect the cadmium cream eggs at Easter time?
Oh, the kind with the real yolk inside? The yolk inside? Yeah.
But where are they saying these chemicals are coming from? Is it the fertilizer or the pesticide?
Right now, they are saying that it is a natural element found in soil, water, and air, but it has nothing. Inorganic is a chemical term, it says here. It has nothing to do with the method of farming. So the arsenic is natural. However,
in the dirt?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all around, but they're not purifying the rice somehow that it's got a dangerous level. Obviously, they can do it.
How do you purify the rice?
Doesn't say. But the whole notion is that if you're eating rice, you're looking at troubles during pregnancy, your mental disorders, and they're just
Mental?
I meant to say neurological, but I simplified it to mental.
I would
mental
think that
disorders.
cooking the rice would get rid of it.
No, because it's a heavy element. It's one of those permanent chemicals. It sticks around. So
well,
just
if
watch
it's
out.
in the soil, would it be in all the vegetables then?
No, just in rice somehow.
Well,
So
let's
just-
get this over to RFK.
Well, he'll
He can
fix
figure it out.
But I wanted to ask, are you a rice eater? Like outside of like when you
Somebody
clean it in
said
the Potomac.
arsenic gives it that added crunchy flavor.
I was curious. I mean, outside of like a Chinese dinner, do you ever do rice? Do you eat it?
We use rice.
Somebody
a lot.
said
Yes.
baby Uncle Ben. Our comments, I'm glad I turned them on today. Oh, my God.
But I would think, especially, I tend to buy off-brand rice. I find the Uncle Ben's a bit pricey, and so I'll get like a bag of, just plain rice, sometimes from the foreign food section. I
Hey,
don't know how much
Skippy
arsenic-
Melendez, you can bite me. Daddy
Okay.
Mike will be on the hook for the unsold tickets. Huh, Rob?
What does that even mean?
Well, this is being mean.
There's
That's
being
just
mean
somebody
about-
being
because
mean.
we extended the cruise deadline.
Yes, and somebody who's
we
being a
extended it
dick.
because we want more people to go.
Hey, bite me, Skippy. Which
You
is
know what,
not your
Skippy?
name. It's your fake troll name, you
Skippy,
coward.
you should have rice for lunch.
Sometimes
Skippy.
I love. You know,
Now it
sometimes I
does say
realize
that if you boil the rice, it removes 60% of the arsenic.
But
means
I
40%
don't
is
want
getting into you.
40% arsenic going
Well,
into my
Well,
body.
it's not 40% arsenic. It's 60% of the 10% that's in it.
Yeah, but that's a lot.
Look. I eat
Mike,
rice.
you're
I eat
on.
rice every day, and I've never had a problem.
Hey, Billy,
Yes, Rob.
do you have any potion that
The
could
hell's
help
on
me
my
fight
face? Is that-
arsenic?
do I have another one of my old man scabs?
Oh, you do? Oh, I didn't notice it.
Oh my God, the sun damage. The sun damage in Southwest Florida. There you
you know
go.
what you should do to that
Don't
scab?
zoom in.
You should put some rice on it.
Put some rice on it. Well, maybe it's the arsenic that dries out the phones.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Keith Morrison. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
And did he
yes,
know
there
he
is.
had a scab on his face?
Yes, sir. All right.
So don't eat rice.
Not Aesop, who is controlling himself a little bit in the comments today and not dominating the entire thing. Rice roots have a large surface area and high permeability, which increases absorption of both nutrients and contaminants. Thank you.
So I believe
Thank
our
you.
tomatoes
Our-
remain safe. Yeah.
What's that?
Not Aesop is like the fact check of the show. He
I
likes
like
to
that.
go in there and post extra.
That's good. I will bring
details.
it. I bring it to people if it's valid, and that's very helpful. I
But
appreciate it.
even if you're boiling the arsenic away, doesn't it still soak into the rice? I mean, that water doesn't go away. It soaks into the
Rob,
rice.
rice has a natural tendency to accumulate heavy metals from soil and water due to its biological and physiological characteristics.
How about Condoleezza rice or Andy rice?
These are the facts that Aesop brings to the table that, the next time you bring us one of these stories, perhaps something you never do, a little more research on this information when you're fear-mongering and scaring the audience.
I
with your
just
rice
wanted to
story.
know your take on the fact, how much rice do you eat? Because we could all be killing ourselves.
But I hear about new poisons I'm ingesting in my body every single day.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm still dealing with the fallout and my terror with the microplastics or the mini plastics.
The
Yeah.
water bottles.
What are they called? The mini plastics?
The
the mini
microplastics.
plastics was my group in the 60s.
oh, I
They,
remember you
sang
did
with-
that great song. Don't
Yeah.
don't
The
be
bottled
on
water.
my lawn.
Bottled water was a smash hit. It really was. The mini plastics, ladies and gentlemen.
Wonderful. The
Do
rice-
that thing you do.
So, Josh, you say you eat a lot of rice, and you don't
We
see
do.
your kids acting sluggish or anything?
Oh, well, yeah, they are, but
Because it
But
says
they're
here
kids.
that one of the things about arsenic poisoning is it causes a fist-sized bump on your groin.
It's full of plastic.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So-
And don't get a Thai massage. That's it. Well, thank you for your rice story.
Yes, don't eat
Something
rice.
else that can kill us.
Oh.
Look, we're all going to die of something.
Mike,
It's just the way
in
it
my house, we're switching to small potatoes.
works. Somebody said, "Thank you for your rice wine." WHINE.
That's great.
Wine. I don't know what's happening. We got to take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. This portion of the program brought to you by Smalls. Hey, Josh,
Yes,
is your cat having digestive issues again?
don't they all?
Oh, they do. Throwing up their food? Or your cat's simply in need of a diet upgrade? If so, you should check out our next sponsor, Smalls. Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients that you'd find in your very own fridge. And it's delivered right to your door. That's why Cats.com named
Yes.
Smalls their best overall cat food. To get 35% off plus an additional 50% off your first order, head to smalls.com and use our promo code TMOS for a limited time only. Here's a review from a real Smalls customer.
This is exciting.
Elizabeth C. said,
My cat was always so-so with her usual food, but she is very enthusiastic about Smalls. Her breath is much better, and she poops much less frequently, and it does not smell disgusting like it used to.
Thank you, Mrs. Sleep.
Thank you, Elizabeth. The team at Smalls is so confident your cat will love their product
Yes?
that you can try it risk-free. And is it really your risk or isn't it the cat's risk?
Well, you're
I don't
paying
want to
for
be
it.
cruel.
Either
but,
way, it's risk-free. It's
Yeah,
your
there's
money.
no risk at all.
that means they will refund your money if your cat won't eat their food. Buy some right meow now.
Meow.
What are you waiting for? Give your cat the food they deserve for a limited time only. Because you are a Mike O'Mara Show listener, you can get 35% off Smalls plus an additional 50%. I sounded like Wayne Newton. You can get 35% off Smalls plus an additional 50% off your first order by using my code.
Yeah.
You know it, you love it, TMOS. That's an additional 50% off when you head to smalls.com and use promo code TMOS. Again, that's promo code TMOS for an additional 50% off your first order plus free shipping at smalls.com. And we thank you.
Hey, Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Rob.
Did you ever feed Smalls to the guinea hens?
The guinea hens love Smalls. They would push the cats out of the way.
Thank you, Wayne.
They would push the cats out of the way to get their.
Are you
fabulous
excited to
food.
appear on tomorrow's episode of TMOS Classic?
Just super duper.
Thank you, Wayne.
Florida update. There's the Florida music.
It sort of worked.
Taking my kid to and from baseball. I'm here to tell you, for years, I have blamed the elderly and the snowbirds, as they're called.
Yes.
The ones that said, it's too cold where I live. I'm going to go where it's warm. And then when it gets hot down, it's too hot. I'm going to go, snowbirds. They go go where the right weather is. And I'm telling you, Happy Valley, a ghost town yesterday. Absolute ghost town. Nobody, a regular group of guys, just they're gone. They're all gone like the wind. I've never seen it this way, ever. But the traffic down here, just as bad as it's ever been, which tells me we are now officially just a crowded little town. That's what we are.
But the
with
golf
the full-time residents.
doesn't get crowded.
Well, the golf course does get crowded in,
Off
what
season,
we call
yeah, on
high season. You have your Pope music. Peace be with you. I bring you high season, everyone. High season to you. In the name of Espiritu Santo. All right, anyway, that's what I observed. What about where you live, Josh? In St.
We've got
Augustine.
more and more. Northeast Florida is like one of the fastest growing areas in the state still. And it's also, St. Augustine, I guess, came on some list where it's like the top 20 places you need to visit in the United States.
My dad's
Which means
cousin
we've
just
got
moved there.
We've got so many tourists here now.
Beautiful town.
Yeah.
Beautiful town.
95's always crowded.
Would you
And a
move
big
out of
croak-
that particular area of
Anytime.
Florida?
Let's go.
So you're not digging it.
Well, it's fine.
But you wouldn't
It
come back
wasn't-
to the Delmarva area, would you?
When I moved here, it was not crowded. It's now getting crowded. Not because of the tourists, but because they're building so many homes and businesses, and now we've got a Costco, we've got a Home Depot. They're in
These are
construction
all
at
the reasons-
Walmart.
these
There's
are
a
the
Target
reasons to
under
stay.
construction. There's too much.
No, suburban boy. These are not the
No,
reasons to
I wanna
stay.
get
These
away
are the
from
reasons
all
that
of this.
everything looks the same in America. And George Carlin talked about the mauling of America.
yeah,
and
but
it's
don't
one
you
big,
crave the
nasty
convenience
ass.
at all?
No, screw the convenience. It's lazy. It's why we're lazy. Everything has to be 6 seconds away. It's BS.
What I loved when I moved here is that I drove past all this farmland, and it was farmland all over
gorgeous.
the place.
Absolutely
And it was great.
gorgeous.
And now it's all like everywhere else. I
And they're
feel like-
mostly growing like weed and
I feel
coca.
like it's Ritchie Highway out there now.
But
Just
Rob, it's
packed.
gross. It's gross. It's everything looks the same in America. There's no character anymore.
I disagree. There's
You know?
character.
There's character what in Leesburg?
Yes, you always say this, and you've never been to Old Town Leesburg.
I've
That
been to Old
predates the
Town
Civil War.
Leesburg hundreds of times.
But you never cite it, and it's lovely. And then
it's
we
lovely
still have
like all the towns. I
It's
was
fine.
just up there. I couldn't get out of there. I couldn't get out of there quick enough. I couldn't. It
And
just
that's what
wasn't
this
my
is-
bag.
And
It
this
wasn't.
is turning into Leesburg.
And so is it down here. Everywhere
what-
is like that. You know.
So like I've been spending a bunch of time in Georgia, as you know, and that's a small town. It's all old homes, but I look around and I'm like, there's nothing around here. I'm in the middle of nowhere. This might be
Towns,
nice.
It used to be so much better. It really was. I'm getting nostalgic here, and I mean, I don't know why you disagree with that. It's nasty.
Well,
you
I
know?
mean, I can see it hasn't affected this area as much because this place has always been jam packed. I mean, it's been crowded
Right.
since day
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
So I can't really relate as much to being in sort of a farmland type area, even though
and
I
I think
grew up
that's-
around small plots of farmland. I mean, it's not the
right.
same.
But it was still kind of suburban, right?
yeah.
when you
Oh,
grew up?
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And I think that's part of my thing is I moved out of Maryland because I was so tired of the traffic and the crowdedness.
And you're kind of
I
watching the
moved
same
here,
thing go on again
and
as
now
I
I'm-
am down here.
And I think it was the pandemic really pushed everyone here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
Because they
it
didn't
has
want to
not
wear
slowed down.
masks. Is that why they all
don't
went to
know.
Florida?
Or
I think that
taxes or-
that is
Yeah.
not necessarily
Politics
far
definitely
from
brought
the
'em-
truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Politics brought him down here. To a
Politics
certain-
brought them down. And I thought it would stop after all of that, but it's continuing.
Yeah, it is. You
But
know,
if the
it's-
politics brought them down there, at least they're good people.
Let's take a break. Thank you very much.
A lot
Josh
of
makes
New York and
friends
New
all the
Jersey
time.
people.
He does. No, I get what he's saying. I guess. See, that's where we're simpatico. Nothing like an old small town where, I grew up with the sporting goods guy was a guy that you knew, and the guy where you got your school shoes was a guy that you knew, and it was always like that. And now it's just
The tailor. You went to the tailor and he checked your in-seat.
There's
Well,
5,000
Rob,
people
some
here.
people
I
went to
know
the tailor
no one.
more than others. What, Josh? I'm sorry.
There's 5,000 people here. I don't know anyone.
Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't
That
tell
sounds
you.
like a Josh problem.
Neighbor on the left,
I'm
neighbor
sure.
on the right, neighbor across the street. That's really, it's just we don't.
Well, you know what happened to the one neighbor I knew her name.
Yeah, you killed her.
That's right.
Let's.
Hey, I did not kill her.
I'm sorry. There's not been a full investigation.
But you did hate her.
Hi, everyone. It's noted Connecticut troubadour Mike O'Mara. Let me brag on Carla for just a second. She's absolutely crushing it as she helps people look and feel amazing. That is not a lie. That is
true.
actually true. At DermGlow, it's all about real skincare, clinical grade products, customized treatments, and results you can see. And she's helping people with their weight. It's fantastic. Carla is your go-to for weight loss and wellness. Being a telehealth connector, she can hook you up with GLP-1s. Those are the game changers, people. Everyone's talking about losing serious weight. Plus, there's NAD Plus for energy, glutathione for detox, and more. All doctor approved and shipped right to your door. Got mine the day before yesterday. And it's a game changer.
Which is your shot day every week
week
now?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay. Yeah.
I'd forgotten to put my order in, and I had to wait the weekend. And if I had to wait any longer, I see a difference as soon as I get back on.
Stuff
That's
works.
the way it is. It does.
You're walking, talking proof. You look great.
It's fast, it's easy, and there are payment plans, so anyone can do this. No huge upfront cost. You take a quiz, you get approved, and it comes right to your home. Go to dermglowskin.com right now, whether it's for skin, weight, or wellness. Carla's got your back. That's dermglowskin.com. And yes, tell her Mike sent you. And tell her I said, I got to make a move to a town that's right for me. A town to keep me. What is the song? You got to tell me the
Funky
song.
town.
Gotta make a move to a town that's,
That's
right for me.
Exactly. You nailed it.
Town to keep me moving, keep me grooving with some energy. Well, I talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Gotta move on. Won't you take me to Funky Town?
That was beautiful.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Hot kiss, Mike.
Yeah.
Tim Kelly, Kiss FM.
And our yearly salute to the greatest disc jockey, Tim Kelly.
Tim Kelly, did he wear a hat?
I don't know. That's Shotgun Tom Kelly. I
Tom
don't know
Kelly
who,
wrote
I don't
that.
know who Tim Kelly.
You don't know?
How did Shotgun wear a hat when he was wearing big headphones?
I have no idea. Can I pay tribute to my favorite disc jockey?
Please.
Okay, here we go. Hi, how are you?
The Mike O'Mara Show. TMOS.
I love it when he does that bit where he sings Funky Town.
Gotta make a move that's right for me.
Yay!
Please bring, when you come back from vacation, please bring more disco.
You want more disco?
I like to, because I like that I don't know the lyrics to the disco songs until you tell me the song, and then
That's true. You know,
feebly attempt to do it.
I had no idea those were the words to Funky Town as many times as I've heard it. But anyway, today
rice is grown in flooded fields. The arsenic in the soil is taken up by the plant as it grows.
I believe we had that, but thank you.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay.
That's all right. I mean, you know, you need to keep up, folks, and keep your head out of that place.
Mm-hmm.
Today has a theme, Mike. We have a lot of animals in today's. What? No, not.
Keep your head out of your ass.
Hey, you, get your head out of your ass.
You're gonna miss me.
I am. I may call you, but you won't answer. Today's theme is animals at the ballpark.
Oh, exciting.
And Citi Field is where your New York Metropolitans play. And they had a guy that was there last night. And I don't think he bought a ticket.
At Citi Field. Got some strange doings out in center field. Unexpected visitor. I believe he was in my garbage can last
A
night.
raccoon
In the stadium.
I mean, we
God
park at the
bless
park
him.
night here on Monday. I don't suppose somebody snuck in a raccoon on a leash.
He's just moving around.
All right. While
I'm
you're playing
scared
this,
Yeah.
there's the raccoon.
I mean, those folks
Josh,
out there.
The
in those
Kansas
seats
City
in
Royals
center field, I'm sure that
played the
they're
Red
all
Sox
wearing
recently.
leather
I was watching the highlights, and they go back and forth between the announcing crews.
Yeah.
There is an announcer, I think he's the TV announcer for the Kansas City Royals, that sounds about 4,000 years old.
Oh, no.
Absolutely the old. And now he's going to do. If I don't know, if on the fly before we get out here, he is oldie McOlderson. But
But do you love him?
I know there's something off-putting about it because it's just so oldie.
Yeah,
it's just
really old.
amazing. I don't even know his name. I just heard him. Go ahead.
I know
Sorry
who's
about
pretty young, though, and he's in Congress. His name is Blake Moore. And
Okay.
they're working on a really big bill right now, an economic bill. And because
This
of
is
that,
fabulous.
they were up until 5 a.m. on their vote, and Blake just didn't seem invested.
Mr. Kostoff, no.
They're doing the
Mr.
vote here.
Fitzpatrick.
This is at like 3 minutes
Mr.
to 5.
Fitzpatrick, no. Mr. Stubbe. Mr. Stubbe, no. Miss Tinney. Miss Tinney, no. Mrs. Fishbach. Mrs. Fishbach, no. Mr. Moore.
Just totally asleep.
Mr. Moore.
She nudges him.
Mr. Moore, no.
That's right. They woke him up. The
You
reason
know what?
he-
His reaction. I like it when people get the
I do
joke.
too.
You know, that's got to be. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in Congress. Really.
The thing that was so funny is when he woke up, he had a rager, and the lady next to
Oh
him.
God! Stop it.
Sorry.
Oh man.
You
Good
would
morning,
think-
Mr. Wood.
You would think, Mike, that if you bought a product from one of the most powerful people in the world,
Yeah.
they would quality check it, right?
Okay.
Like, let's say a certain leader of a certain country sold a watch. You like watches?
I love
Don't-
watches.
Don't you think it would be perfect by the time you got it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
A mistake on a Donald Trump keepsake might be funny to some.
But it wasn't a laughing matter for the couple who paid more than $600 for the Trump-branded watch. The I-Team's Brian Crandall looked into it and is here with what's happening now after we got involved. Brian?
Well, Patrice, Jean, one letter was left off that watch face, and it was pretty much the worst one possible to forget. And after being disappointed with the initial response from the website they ordered it from, the Middletown couple talked to us.
I liked it because it's similar to a Rolex band.
Showing support for the president and love for his wife.
Just thought it was really nice.
Handsome.
It was beautiful. And I knew it would be something that she'd like.
A limited edition.
One of two.
Yeah, a beautiful pink watch. And if that guy was buying a watch, what he should buy is some sort of stopwatch that counts down until he dies.
Amen.
Because he looks like Jabba. But
By the way, the watches that are, not the watches you want to get, that's usually kind of the tell. The build quality, as it were, with the with the letters.
I
being
looked closely
cheaply
at it,
glued on.
and the T wasn't even bouncing around the case. It was just never applied.
Yeah.
Now, would you
absolutely.
have a pink watch? That's an odd colored watch face.
Rob, in watch circles I travel in, salmon is with the watches. So Josh looks like he's got something for us here.
Well, the MLB is real strict on their highlights.
Okay.
So it was tough to find a highlight, but I did find an interview that Denny Matthews did, voice of the Royals. This is his 54th season with
Bless
the Royals.
his heart.
There you go. All right, fantastic.
There's just something.
Local radio station in Bloomington Normal, that's the one that carried the Cardinals,
Oh, no.
came to me, and there were 4 high schools in town and 2 colleges, and they did a lot of basketball. I didn't play basketball. I played football, baseball, so there was a gap in between. And so after my sophomore year of football, which Vic and I did very well, WJBC came and said, would you want to help us do
You know what's sad about
some
this, Mike?
basketball, high school and college, and
Josh.
go out with the guys who were the mainstays at the time, Don Munson, Don Newberg.
The sad thing about this, Mike, is that he
Thank
Mike,
you,
come
Josh.
back.
Good pull. Yeah.
They weren't even interviewing him. They just found him in a room by himself talking.
Thank you. Good tip in. Thank you, boys. That's why
Mike,
we're here. Yeah.
you still have your snake.
I do.
Yeah.
I was showing it to my next door neighbor the other day when he was blowing his leaves.
That could have been the dirtiest sentence of all time.
I understand. Yeah.
Hey, while you're blowing, you want to see my snake?
Well, he said, wow. I said, yeah, this is Jake the snake. And then he went back inside to get his gun.
Mike, as you know, everything in Texas is bigger.
Kittens being rescued from trees, but what about a giant snake? This nearly 5-foot-long boa had to be brought down from a limb at Veterans Park in Arlington. Meredith Yeomans has the story that comes with a twist at the end.
From possums to owls, fawns to feral hogs, Arlington Animal Control Officer David Davis has caught a variety of creatures.
It is weird, isn't it?
But never.
Catch a razor.
You want to hold her?
This.
No. Okay.
Why's the snake
This
weird?
slithering
versus all those other
surprise
animals?
It's been the talk of the town, so.
Was spotted by a parks employee last week.
Well, for one
perched
thing,
on
it
a
is
tree limb at
huge.
Veterans Park. A short time later, Davis got a call from his boss.
And he's like, let's go get a snake out of a tree. And I'm like, snake out of a tree? We leave snakes alone. And he's like, no, it's a python. And I'm like, yeah.
And then he went back to
they
being
were good.
Oh,
And,
yes, I'm sorry. That was a mistake, but a good one.
Thank you, Rob.
The snake handler went back to being Keith on Righteous Gemstones.
3-3 in the bottom of the ninth.
He's just in there talking.
Doing a high school game, and I would do the starting lineup.
It's his 54th season with the Royals.
54
At
seasons
some
with the
point, they are going to just roll him over there, let him keep calling, and turn on someone else's microphone.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely, Josh.
We've got a new studio for you.
Yes,
It doesn't face the field though.
Thank
He's been calling Royal games longer than I've been alive.
Absolutely.
Better than Budweiser.
And we close with another baseball tape, Mike. I love this one. Have you ever seen, and minor league teams do it a lot, they have, instead of a bat boy, a bat dog, and it's adorable, right? And you love dogs. Yeah, it's so great. Yeah.
As Miss Casey Betty has made her appearance, and there you go. The bat dog
Now, watch this.
has made her presence felt.
Bare hands.
It's a
Oh,
numero
bare
dos.
hands. Oh, he put a little dirt
Behind
on his
home.
hands in between. Wow, there's a dedicated employee right there.
So 2 outs, and Caleb Bonner digs in.
Oh, announcer, you
As
could
the
have more
announcer-
fun with that.
As
Come
the
on.
announcer said, Mike, it's a numero deuce.
Numero deuce.
Yeah,
Now,
clearly
back
a
to
minor
the
league
game.
announcer.
Wonderful baseball edition. of,
Denny Matthews would have handled that better.
Oh, absolutely.
That is
They
unacceptable.
would do the play-by-play. I do a halftime interview, and then I do the totals at the end of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. We got to get out of here.
I wonder if Denny will come on the bonus show this week.
Perhaps he will.
Tomorrow on the bonus show, Rob Spiewak's Unfinished Business. So check that out. For Josh Soroka and Rob Spiewak, Mike O'Mara saying, so long, everybody.
Toodaloo, everybody.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
That's the kind of comedy we specialize in. Clean, unfunny humor.
Cottonelle bath tissue.
That will never happen again, and I'm sorry.